Hello, hi guys. I'm Rohit Sharma and let us begin with mock drill 7. On 17th March, PM Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath has inaugurated the rupees 52 crore state of the art Yogiraj Baba Gambhir Nath Auditorium and Cultural Center in Gorakhpur. Uttar Pradesh has inaugurated the 52 crore Yogiraj Baba Gambhir Nath Auditorium and Cultural Center in Gorakhpur. UP's capital is Lucknow. CM is Yogi Adityanath. Governor is Anandiben Patel. On March 23, Power Grid Corporation of India has established an e-tendering portal Pranit, which will lead to less paperwork and ease of operation, making the tendering process more transparent. So Power Grid has established an e-tendering portal Pranit. Headquarter of Power Grid is in Gurgaon, Haryana. MD and chairman is Kandi Kuppa Shrikant. On March 23, the central government has notified to set up an empowered committee for manufacturing in high technology areas. The proposed 10-member committee will be headed by the Minister of Commerce and Industry. The committee will be serviced by the DPIIT. So central government has notified to set up an empowered committee for manufacturing in high technology areas. The 10-member committee will be headed by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It will be serviced by DPIIT. On March 25th, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has raised the limit for tax exemption on interest earned on provident fund contribution by the employees to rupees 5 lakh per annum in specified cases as against rupees 2.5 lakh proposed in the budget. So the PF contribution limit has been raised to rupees 5 lakh for tax-free interest from rupees 2.5 lakh. Nirmala Sitharaman heads the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Corporate Affairs. On March 24, the Competition Commission of India has ordered an investigation into WhatsApp's new privacy policy for breaching the Competition Act. The investigation has been ordered under Section 26(1) of the Competition Act 2002. So you can see it here. Headquarter of CCI is in New Delhi. Chairman is Ashok Kumar Gupta, established in the year 2003. On March 24th, under this Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat campaign, Tripura has been paired with Bihar. Tripura, as you all know, is well known for its scenic beauty, rich natural resources, rich art and cultural heritage. Many people from Bihar visit Tripura either for traveling purposes or may have come down and settled and live for a job. So Tripura and Bihar have now paired under the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat campaign. Tripura's capital Agartala, CM Biplab Kumar Dev, Governor Ramesh Bais. Bihar's capital Patna, CM Nitish Kumar, Governor is Fagu Chauhan. On March 23, the Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment has decided to launch a Poshan Abhiyan for the elderly to provide nutrition support to the indigent elders who are not staying in the old age homes and are victims of severe malnutrition. According to the report of the Government of India's Technical Group on Population Projection for India and States brought out in July 2020, till the year 2036, population of senior citizens will be 22.74 crore. That is 14.9% of the total population. So again, we shall revise it. Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment is going to launch a Poshan Abhiyan for the elderly. Population of senior citizens will be 22.74 crore. Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment is headed by Thawar Chand Gehlot. On March 23, Bangladesh has taken initiative to open more border huts along the border with Mizoram. There are several opportunities of expanding trade and connectivity between Mizoram and Bangladesh. Mizoram can supply items like bamboo, tiger, ginger, sugar, and stone to Bangladesh. So Bangladesh has taken the initiative to open more border huts along the border with Mizoram. Bangladesh capital is Dhaka, currency is Taka, PM is Sheikh Hasina, President is Abdul Hamid. Mizoram's capital is Aizawl, CM is Zor Mathanga, Governor is PS Sridharan Pillai. On March 22, LT Foods has become the first company globally to be certified with the highest levels of verification L3 by UN-backed sustainable rice platform Ecolabel. This will enable the company to use sustainable rice platform verified logo on the packs of rice. The L3 SRP certification is the highest level of verification for sustainable cultivation of rice. So LT Foods became the first company globally to be certified with the highest level of verification, that is L3 by SRP. LT Foods headquarters is in Gurugram, Haryana. On March 23 in Madhya Pradesh, a campaign named Sankalp, the resolution has been started in the state to control the spike in the cases of corona infection. Sankalp campaign is focused on My Mask, My Security theme. A campaign named Sankalp started in Madhya Pradesh. Theme is My Mask, My Security. Madhya Pradesh capital is Bhopal, CM is Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Governor is Anandiben Patel. On March 24th, Nagaland Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Phangayu in partnership with USAID Nishtha, has launched iLearn, a capacity building and performance tracking application for community health officers. So Nagaland has launched iLearn, a self-learning app. Nagaland's capital is Kohima, CM is Nefurio, Governor is Ravinder Narayan Ravi. The Indian Meteorological Department has launched a climate data service portal with data of over 100 years, which can be accessed by the public. The IMD has the meteorological data since 1900. So IMD has launched a climate data service portal with data of over 100 years. Headquarter of IMD is in New Delhi. Director General is Dr. Mrityunjay Mohapatra. On March 23, SEBI, in consultation with Clearing Corporation of India Limited, has launched a new penal structure for commodity derivative segment in the event of delivery default. The delivery default norms will be effective from the first trading day of May 2021. With regard to futures contracts on agri commodities and on non-agri commodities, penalty on seller in case of delivery default will be 4% and 3% respectively. So SEBI has issued a new framework for delivery default in commodity derivative segment. Penalty on seller in case of delivery default is 4% on agri commodities and 3% on non-agricultural commodities. Headquarter of both SEBI and CCIL is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Chairman of SEBI is Ajay Tyagi, whereas for CCIL is Hari Krishna Jina. SEBI is older, it was established in the 1992, whereas CCIL was established in the year 2001. On March 23, National Digital Health Mission was launched on pilot basis in the Union Territories of Chandigarh, Ladakh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu, Pondicherry, Andaman and Nicobar Island, and Lakshadweep. Under the NDHM scheme, the expenditure has been borne by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, which is Rs 11.82 crore. So NDHM is going to be launched on a pilot basis in 6 UTs. 11.82 crore expenditure is to be implemented, and NDHM is borne by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. On March 23, Dr. Harshvardhan, inauguration of World Tuberculosis Day celebrations, has awarded the best performing states on their state TBI index. Lakshadweep and the district of Budgam, J&K, were declared TB free. India has 30% of the world's TB cases, so Lakshadweep and Budgam have been declared TB free. India has 30%. On March 26, Kurnool Airport, the 6th airport in Andhra Pradesh, has been named after the freedom fighter Uella Vada Narasimha Reddy. The airport will enhance the reputation of Kurnool, which is designated as the judicial capital of Andhra Pradesh. So Kurnool Airport has been named after Uella Vada Narasimha Reddy, a freedom fighter. Andhra Pradesh capital is Amravati, Visakhapatnam is executive capital, Kurnool is judicial capital. CM is YS Jagan Mohan Reddy, Governor is Biswa Bhushan Harichandran. On March 25th, Ministry of Finance and Corporate Affairs has launched a Central Scrutiny Center to scrutinize the filing by users under straight-through processes. The Finance Minister also launched the mobile app of the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority, IEPFA. The two initiatives aim to strengthen Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of digitally empowered India. So Ministry of Finance and Corporate Affairs have launched the Central Scrutiny Center and IEPFA mobile app. Nirmala Sitharaman is the Minister for Finance and Minister for Corporate Affairs. Her constituency from where she comes elected from is Karnataka. On March 4th, Tata Safari was announced as the official partner for Vivo Indian Premier League. This marks the continuation of Tata Safari with BCCI for the 4th consecutive year. So Tata Safari will be the official partner for IPL 21. Title sponsor for the 14th edition of IPL 21 was Vivo. On March 25th, SEBI has relaxed norms for listing of startups and approved the framework for listing on the Innovators Growth Platform. The term accredited investor for the purpose of IGP is renamed as Innovators Growth Platform Investors. SEBI has decided to reduce the period of holding of 25% of pre-issue capital of the issuer company by eligible investors to 1 year from 2 years. The regulator has also decided that threshold trigger for open offer should be relaxed from the existing 25% to 49%. So SEBI has improved the framework for listing on the Innovator Growth Platform. You can see it here. Other conditions are here. Threshold trigger for open offer to be relaxed to 49% from the current 25%. On March 25th, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, National Institute of Oceanography, Goa, has initiated a project for mapping the genetic diversity of organisms and the effect of micronutrients and trace metals on them in the Indian Ocean through its Trace BioMe flagship project. So CSIR NIU have initiated a project for mapping the genetic diversity of organisms in the Indian Ocean. Trace BioMe flagship project belongs to CSIR NIU. So headquarter of CSIR NIU is in Panaji, Goa. On March 26, Prahlad Singh Patel and Shivraj Singh Chauhan has inaugurated the Chhatrasal Convention Center at Khajuraho, developed under the Swadesh Darshan scheme of Ministry of Tourism. They have also launched MICE Roadshow Meet in India, brand and roadmap for the promotion of India as MICE destination in Khajuraho, Madhya Pradesh. So Chhatrasal Convention Center and MICE Roadshow meet in India, inaugurated in Khajuraho, Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh capital is Bhopal. CM is Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Governor is Anandiben Patel. On March 22, Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu has launched Dekho Apna Desh, a brainchild of Khandu conceptualized in line with PM Narendra Modi's Dekho Apna Desh campaign. The campaign is launched to promote tourism within the state. So Arunachal Pradesh has launched the Dekho Apna Desh Pradesh campaign to promote tourism. Arunachal Pradesh capital is Itanagar. CM is Prema Khandu. Governor is B.D. Mishra. On March 23, Met3 Aquatech, a company formed under the Make in India initiative, has set up the world's first mobile water from air kiosk and water knowledge center in the smart city of Visakhapatnam. The project is set up in partnership with GVMC, USAID, and Safe Water Network as a part of the SEVA initiative. So Met3 Aquatech is going to set up world's first mobile water from air kiosk and water knowledge center. Andhra Pradesh capital is Amravati, legislative, Visakhapatnam, executive, and Kurnool, judicial. CM is YF Jagan Mohan Reddy. Governor is Vishwabhushan Harichandran. On March 26, Bharat Pay has launched a new lending product called Distributor to Retailer Finance that will provide an instant liquidity to distributors, wholesalers, traders, and dealers. D2R would offer a collateral-free loan of up to Rs 50 lakh for a period of 7 days to 30 days. So Bharat Pay has launched a new lending product called Distributor to Retail Finance. DRTO will be a collateral-free loans of up to Rs 50 lakh for a period of 7 days to 30 days. Headquarter of Bharat Pay is in New Delhi. Founder and CEO is Ashni Grover. We will have a 5-minute break here. You can all do other work and we shall continue exactly after 5 minutes. So we shall continue after 5 minutes. So let's begin. The Norwegian Coastal Administration Kisterveth has proposed a plan to complete a tender process this year for the construction of the world's first shipping tunnel in Western Norway. The total value of the 1.7 kilometer tunnel project is expected to be approximately 325 million. Norway is to construct the world's first shipping tunnel. Length is 1.7 kilometer. Estimated cost $325 million. Norway's capital is Oslo. Currency is Kronen. PM is Erna Solberg. On March 23, New Zealand's parliament has passed a legislation giving mothers and their partners the right to paid leave following a miscarriage or stillbirth. New Zealand becomes the second country in the world to do so. India is the other country with a similar legislation. So it has become the second country to pass miscarriages bereavement leave law. First country is India. New Zealand's capital is Wellington. Dollar is the currency. Prime Minister is Jacinda Ardern. Coming to the banking and economic affairs. On March 23, the SEBI has eased valuation period of perpetual bonds. The residual maturity of Basel III AT1 bonds will be 10 years until March 31, 2022 and would be increased to 20 and 30 years over the subsequent 6-month period. From April 1, 2023 onwards, the residual maturity of AT1 bonds will become 100 years from the date of issuance of the bonds. So SEBI has eased the valuation rule of perpetual bonds. The residual maturity of Basel III AT1 bonds will be 10 years until 31st March 22. And the residual maturity of Basel III AT1 bonds will become 100 years from April 1, 2023. Headquarter of SEBI is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Chairman is Ajay Tyagi, established in the year 1992. On March 24th, Indian Overseas Bank has launched IOB Trendy, a savings account customized for growing millennial population in India by keeping their banking preferences in mind. So Indian Overseas Bank has launched IOB Trendy, a customized saving account for millennial population. Headquarter of IOB is in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. MD and CEO is Partha Pratim Sengupta. On March 24th, ICICI Bank is the first in India to introduce instant EMI facility called EMI at internet banking on its internet banking platform. The bank has tied up with BillDesk and Razorpay, leading online payment gateway companies, to offer this facility. It enables customers to convert their high-value transactions up to Rs 5 lakh into easy month installments. So ICICI Bank is the first in India to introduce easy EMI facility called EMI at internet banking. It has tied up with BillDesk and Razorpay for this facility. EMI for high value transaction is up to Rs 5 lakh. Headquarter of ICICI Bank is in Mumbai. MD and CEO is Sandeep Bakshi. Tagline is Hum Hai Na. On March 25th, Yes Bank has launched Yes Essence Plus, a unique accelerator program to support women-led startups in partnership with Sheroes, a women-only social network. Over a 10-week period, the cohort startups will receive customized training through virtual workshops conducted by industry experts. So Yes Bank and Sheroes are partnered to launch Yes Essence Plus, a unique accelerator program to support women. Headquarter of Yes Bank is in Maharashtra, Mumbai. MD and CEO is Prashant Kumar. Tagline is Experience our expertise. On March 25th, Neo has launched NeoX, a mobile banking solution for millennials in partnership with Equitas Small Finance Bank and Visa. NeoX is aiming to onboard 2 million customers by the end of 2021. Addressing the banking need of millennials, NeoX is offering 007 banking features. So Neo, Equitas SFB and Visa have partnered to launch NeoX, a mobile banking solution. Headquarter of Neo is in Bangalore, Karnataka. CEO is Vinay Bagri. Headquarter of Equitas SFB is in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. MD and CEO is Vasudevan Pathangi. Headquarter of Visa is in Foster City, California. CEO is Alfred F. Kelly, founded in the year 1958. On March 25th, the Supreme Court of India has rejected the plea for further extension of the 6-month loan moratorium scheme that was issued by RBI. A bench headed by Justice Ashok Bhushan had reserved its verdict on these pleas on December 17, 2020. The centre had waived the compound interest charge on certain category of loans up to Rs 2 crore. So the SC has rejected the plea for further extension of the 6-month loan moratorium scheme issued by RBI. Centre have waived the compound interest charge on certain categories of loan up to Rs 2 crore. Headquarter of RBI is in Mumbai. Governor is Shaktikanta Das, established in the year 1st April 1985. On March 26, Karnataka Bank and IIFL Security Limited have partnered to introduce KBL Smart Trade, a facility under which all Karnataka Bank customers can access IIFL Securities DMAT and trading account solution for their capital market needs. So Karnataka Bank plus IIFL Security Limited have partnered to introduce KBL Smart Trade. Headquarter of Karnataka Bank is in Mangaluru, Karnataka. CEO is Mahabaleshwara M.S. Headquarter of IIFL Security Limited is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. CEO is Nirmal Jain. On March 17, the US Navy will hold up Group Arabian Sea warfare exercise alongside Belgium, France, and Japan in the Mid East amid tensions over Iran's nuclear program in the region. The exercise will see ships from 4 countries conducting air drills in the Arabian Sea and Gulf of Oman. So, US Navy will hold Group Arabian Sea warfare exercise alongside Belgium, France, and Japan. US capital is Washington DC. US dollar is the currency. 46th president is Joe Biden. 49th vice president is Kamala Harris. On March 24th, L&T built offshore petrol vessel OPV ICGS Vajra was commissioned into the Indian Coast Guard by General Bipin Rawat, Chief of Defence Staff at Chennai, Tamil Nadu. ICGS Vajra is the sixth vessel in the series of 7 OPVs being built by L&T under Ministry of Defence contract signed in the year 2015. ICGS Vajra was commissioned into the service at Chennai, Tamil Nadu. It's the sixth vessel in the series of 7 OPVs being built by the L&T. Headquarter of L&T is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. CMD is N. Sen Subramanian. On March 25th, in a first, the navies of India and Madagascar undertook joint patrolling at Madagascar Exclusive Economic Zone and also conducted a passage exercise PASEX in the Western Indian Ocean region. The INS Stradul and Malagasy naval ship Trozona undertook the patrol. So, India and Madagascar have conducted a passage exercise PASEX in Western IOR. INS Stradul and Malagasy naval ship Trozona participated in the patrol. Madagascar's capital is Antananarivo. Malagasy Ariari is the currency. President is Henry Rajoelina. On March 23, Irfan Ali, a 25-year-old man from Bihar's Gopalganj district, has received the 10 crore card under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. The 10 crore cards were issued under the ABPMJY scheme. So Irfan Ali has received the 10th crore card under ABPMJ. On March 23, Uttar Pradesh government will start the Affordable Rental Housing and Complexes scheme for poor people living in cities. The ARHC scheme has been launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs under Self-Reliant India campaign. So Uttar Pradesh is going to start the Affordable Rental Housing and Complexes scheme. Capital is Lucknow. CM is Yogi Adityanath. Governor is Anandiben Patel. Coming to sports and game. On March 17, Youth Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju has extended the Khelo India scheme from 21-22 to 25-26. An amount of Rs 8,750 crore have been estimated as the financial implication of the new Khelo India scheme. Amount of Rs 657 crore have been allocated in the budget estimate for the year 21-22 under the Khelo India scheme. First Khelo India Games were held in 2018. So Sports Ministry has extended the Khelo India scheme to 25-26. 657 crore have been allocated in the budget estimate. First Khelo India Games were held in 2018. Sports Minister is Kiran Rijiju. Constituency is Arunachal West. Manish Narwal has clinched the gold medal in the P4 mixed 50-meter SH1 event at the 2021 Parachuting World Cup. This was India's second gold medal in the event after Singraj claimed the yellow medal in P1 men's 10-meter air pistol SH1 event. India has bagged 7 medals and finished third position in the 2021 Parachuting World Cup. So you can see it here, Manish Narwal and Singraj, parachuters, clinched the gold medals. On March 25th, Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju has launched the Yoga Asana in Khelo India Youth Games 21 in a bid to develop it as a competitive sport. An international Yoga Asana Sport Federation was formed under the presidentship of Yoga Guru Baba Ramdev with H.R. Nagendra as Secretary General in November 2019. So Sports Ministry has included Yoga Asana in the Khelo India Youth Game 21. President of International Yoga Asana Sport Federation is Baba Ramdev, formed in the year 2019. Sports Minister is Kiran Rijiju. Constituency is Arunachal West. On March 25th, the Tokyo 2020 Olympic torch relay has kicked off in Fukushima, Japan. It will travel through all of the country's 47 prefectures over the next 121 days before arriving in Tokyo for the Olympic Games opening ceremony on July 23. So you can see it here. India's legend emerged champions in the first edition of the Road Safety World Series T20 after defeating Sri Lanka legends by 14 runs in the final. Total 7 countries have participated in the series. You can see it here. So India legends have won the first edition. On March 26, DY Patil Stadium, Trans Stadia and Kalinga Stadium have been finalized as the 3 venues for the 2022 AFC Women Asia Cup Football Tournament to be hosted by India. India is also scheduled to host the next edition of the FIFA Women's U17 World Cup in 2022. So you can see it here. There are 3 venues: DY Patil Stadium, Trans Stadia Ahmedabad and Kalinga Stadium Bhubaneswar. India will host the FIFA Women's Under-17 World Cup in 2022. Headquarter of FIFA is in Zurich, Switzerland. President is Gianni Infantino. World Tuberculosis Day is observed each year on March 24 to raise awareness among the public about the debilitating health, social as well as economic consequences of tuberculosis. March 25th also marks the day on which Dr. Robert Koch announced in 1881 that he had made the discovery of bacterium which causes TB. This year the theme is clock is ticking. India has set a target to end tuberculosis by the year 2025. So March 24th is the World Tuberculosis Day. Theme for this year is the clock is ticking. India's target is to end tuberculosis by 2025. On March 24, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has greeted the Assam Rifles personnel and families on the occasion of 186th Rising Day of Assam Rifles. Raised in 1835 as Kachar Levi, the Assam Rifle now is the oldest paramilitary force in India. So March 24th is the 186th Rising Day of Assam Rifles. Motto for Assam Rifles is Sentinels of the Northeast. Sentinels means guardians. Founded in the year 1835. Headquarters in Shillong, Meghalaya. The International Day of Solidarity with Detained and Missing Staff Member was observed across the globe on 25th March. According to UN data, as of 15th March, 20 United Nations personnel are in detention. So 25th March is the International Day of Solidarity with the Detained and Missing Staff Members. Headquarters of UN is in New York, United States. Secretary General is Antonio Guterres. The International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery is celebrated every year on March 25th. The theme for this year is Ending Slavery's Legacy of Racism, a Global Imperative of Justice. So you can see it here. Headquarters of UN is in New York, United States. Secretary General is Antonio Guterres. Theme for this year is Ending Slavery's Legacy of Racism, a Global Imperative for Justice. On March 24th, the UN has marked the International Day for the Right to the Truth concerning gross human rights violations and for the dignity of victims. It's a day designated to honor the memory of victims of gross systematic human rights violations and promote the importance of right to truth and justice. So March 24th is the International Day for the Right to Truth concerning gross human rights violation and dignity of victims. Headquarters of UN is in New York, United States. Secretary General is Antonio Guterres. We'll take a 5-minute break here and we shall be back in some time. Thank you very much. We will be back after 5 minutes. So, guys, let's begin. On March 23, Sanjay Dhotre has represented India at the World Summit on the Information Society Forum 2021, that represents one of the world's largest annual gathering of ICT for development community. It is also co-organized by International Telecommunication Union, UNESCO, UNDP, and UNECTAD. Sanjay Dhotre has represented India at the World Summit on the Information Society Forum 2021. It is co-organized by ITU, UNESCO, UNDP, and UNECTAD. On March 24th, India and US have agreed to re-establish the US-India Homeland Security Dialogue. The first Homeland Security Dialogue between the two countries was held in 2011 when Janet Napolitano, Barack Obama's DHS secretary, visited New Delhi. So India and US are going to re-establish the Homeland Security Dialogue. India's ambassador to the US is Taranjit Singh Sandhu. US Defense Secretary is Lloyd Austin. US capital is Washington DC, currency US dollar, 46th Vice President Joe Biden, 49th VP Kamala Harris. On March 23, Indus Commissioners of India and Pakistan met in New Delhi as a part of the 116th meeting of Indus Waters Treaty. The IWT was signed in 1960. Pakistan raised objections on the 1000 megawatt Pakal Dul hydroelectric project built over Marusudar River. So the 116th meeting of Indus Water Treaty was held between India and Pakistan. Pakistan has raised objections on the 1000 megawatt Pakal Dul hydroelectric project. IWT was signed in 1960. Pakistan's capital is Islamabad, Pakistani rupee is the currency, PM is Imran Khan, President is Arif Alvi. Award, reward, recognition and prizes. On March 23, ESEF Small Finance Bank has been awarded the Great Place to Work certification by Great Place to Work Institute. This recognition acknowledges the bank's commitment and credibility among its employees. ESEF SFB has awarded the Great Place to Work certification. Headquarters of ESEF SFB is in Thrissur, Kerala. MD and CEO is K. Paul Thomas. On March 24th, well-known Hindi writer Professor Sharad Pagare will be conferred with the prestigious Vyas Samman 2020 for his novel Patliputru Ki Samaragi. The Vyas Samman started in the 1991 is given by KK Birla Foundation for an outstanding literary work in Hindi authored by an Indian citizen published during last 10 years. So Sharad Pagare is to be conferred with the Vyas Samman 2020 for his novel Patliputru Ki Samaragi. Vyas Samman is given by KK Birla Foundation. It was started in the year 1991, given for literary work in Hindi. On March 24th, with a wealth of rupees 44,270 crore, Mangal Prabhat Lodha of Macrotech Developers topped the list of richest real estate tycoons for the fourth year in a row. According to GOROHE Hurun India Real Estate Rich List 2020, his wealth has increased by 39% in 2020. He was followed by Rajiv Singh of DLF at second and Chandru Raheja and family at third. So GOROHE Hurun India Real Estate Rich List 2020. First is Mangal Prabhat Lodha, second is Rajiv Singh, third is Chandru Raheja and family. The Maharashtra government has announced the singer Asha Bhosle has been selected for Maharashtra Bhushan Award for 2020. The award carries a cash prize of 10 lakh and citation. Award was instituted in the year 1996. So Asha Bhosle has been selected for the Maharashtra Bhushan Award for 2020. Maharashtra CM is Uddhav Thackeray, Governor is Bhagat Singh Koshyari. On March 25th, HDFC Bank was adjudged as India's best bank for SME at the Asia Money Best Bank Award 2021 for the transformation of its MSME business over the past few years. Kotak Mahindra Bank was awarded with the award for the best domestic bank, while DBS Bank was awarded with the best international bank and best corporate and investment bank 2021. Axis Bank was adjudged as the best digital bank. So HDFC Bank is the best bank for SME, Kotak Mahindra Bank for the best domestic bank, DBS Bank for best international bank and best corporate and investment bank. Axis Bank is the best digital bank. On March 23, Kerala's tuberculosis eradication program has won the national honor as the state backed the Indian Union government's award for reducing the prevalence of disease through various systematic initiatives. So Kerala's tuberculosis eradication program has won the national honor from Union government. Kerala's capital, as we all know, is Thiruvananthapuram. CM is Pinarayi Vijayan. Governor is Arif Mohammed Khan. On March 23, a team of 4 undergraduate students from the Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur emerged as the winners of the CoreNet Global Academic Challenge 6.0. It was sponsored by Cushman and Wakefield, KI and IA, Interior Architects. Team will be awarded $5,000. So team from Kharagpur has won the CoreNet Global Academic Challenge 6.0, sponsored by Cushman and Wakefield, KI and IA, Interior Architects. On March 24, despite the ongoing economic crisis in the Republic of Congo, the country's veteran president Denis Sassou Nguesso has been re-elected with more than 88% of the vote. Denis Sassou Nguesso has been re-elected for the Republic of Congo, president of the Republic of Congo. Capital is Brazzaville. CFA franc is the currency. President is Denis Sassou Nguesso. On March 25th, senior bureaucrat Saurabh Garg has been appointed as the CEO of UIDAI, commonly known as Unique Identification Authority of India. Sanjeev Kumar has been appointed as the chairman of Airport Authority of India. Atish Chandra will be the chairman managing director of FCI, Food Corporation of India. There are a total of 22 bureaucrats who have been appointed to different ministries as a part of the reshuffle effected by the centre. So you can see it here. Saurabh Garg appointed as the CEO of UIDAI, full form Unique Identification Authority of India. Sanjeev Kumar, chairman of AAI. Atish Chandra appointed as the chairman and MD of FCI. On March 25th, Tata Cleantech Capital has secured a 10 billion yen loan agreement from Japan International Cooperation Agency for offering loans to Indian firms focusing on clean energy projects. Under the Paris Agreement, India is committed to cut greenhouse gas emissions intensity of its GDP by 33 to 35% by 2030. So Tata Cleantech Capital and JICA, 10 billion yen loan agreement to finance clean energy projects. Headquarters of Tata Cleantech Capital is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. MD and CEO is Rajiv Sabharwal. Japan's capital is Tokyo, currency is yen, PM is Yoshihide Suga. On March 23, every person may have to live on less water. This was the news on March 23. As per capita reservoir capacity is decreasing globally, according to UN World Water Development Report. The title for the report was Valuing Water. It is released on March 22, which is also observed as the World Water Day. While the population is expected to reach 9 billion by 2040, the projected reservoir volume seems to be stabilizing around 7,000 billion cubic meter. So the world population is expected to reach 9 billion by 2040. Headquarters of UNESCO is in Paris, France. Director General is Audrey Azoulay. Headquarters of UN Water is in Geneva, Switzerland. Chair is Gilbert Hongbu. On March 23, a proposal has been initiated by the National Centre for Polar and Ocean Research, Ministry of Earth Sciences, to estimate thickness of Himalayan glaciers using airborne radar surveys in collaboration with established Indian researchers in India and abroad. The pilot study is proposed in Lahaul Spiti Basin of Himachal Pradesh. So you can see it here. Himachal Pradesh capital is Shimla Dharamshala. CM is Jairam Thakur. Governor is Bandaru Dattatreya. On March 23, according to the report titled India Transforming to a Net Zero Emission Energy System by TERI, Shell, India needs a suitable policy and innovation driven context to reach a net zero emission energy system by 2050. So India Information to a Net Zero Emission Energy System is a report by TERI and Shell, targeted to reach a net zero emission energy system in India by 2050. Headquarters of TERI is in New Delhi. DG is Dr. Ajay Mathur, established in the year 1974. Headquarters of Shell is in Hague, Netherlands. CEO is Ben van Beurden. On March 23, India is ranked 40 among 53 global economies, scoring 38.4 out of 100 in the 9th edition of the International Intellectual Property Index, released by US Chamber of Commerce Global Innovation Policy Center, GIPC. Index was topped by US with 95.3% score, followed by UK and Germany. It's a very important indicator since intellectual property, research and development are the things that separate one country from the another. So US is topping it. As you can see that they are the toppers. India is 40th, first is US, second is UK, third is Germany. On March 23, Himachal Pradesh has achieved the first rank in India among the states with a population of more than 50 lakh in the tuberculosis elimination program. The aim of the state is to wipe out tuberculosis by 2030, and the nation is committed to ending TB by 2025. Right, so you can see it here. So Himachal Pradesh has achieved the first rank in tuberculosis elimination program. HP's target is to end by 2030. India's target is to end by 2025. Shimla is the capital. Shimla is the city right now where I'm giving the lecture. Dharamshala is the summer capital. CM is Jairam Thakur. Governor is Bandaru Dattatreya. On March 23, Andaman and Nicobar Island Lieutenant Governor Admiral D.K. Joshi has declared that UT has achieved 100% functional household tap connection in islands. Andaman and Nicobar Island becomes the third state in India to achieve the target after Goa and Telangana under Jal Jeevan Mission. So Andaman and Nicobar Islands capital is Port Blair. Lieutenant Governor is Admiral Devendra Kumar Joshi. 100% functional household tap connection was achieved in ANN Islands. The IUCN has cited data showing that population of Africa's savanna elephants found in a variety of habitats has decreased by at least 60% over the last 50 years, while the number of African forest elephant decreased by 86% over 31 years. Savanna elephant was listed as endangered and African forest elephant was listed as critically endangered. So this is the IUCN red list: savanna elephant endangered and African forest elephant critically endangered. Headquarter of IOC is in Gland, Switzerland. President is Sin Shuang Zhang. On March 23, Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone will acquire 58.1% stake in Gangavaram Port Limited for a 3,604 crore deal, which is led by DVS Raju and family. With this acquisition, firm will have a 89.6% stake in Gangavaram Port, right? So this is held by DVS Raju and family, but after this acquisition, 89.6% stake will go to Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone. So you can see it here. Headquarter of APZ FCZ is in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. CEO is Karan Adani. Gangavaram Port is located in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. On March 24th, Adani Green Energy Limited has signed an agreement to purchase 100% stake in Toronto headquartered Sky Power's global 50 megawatt solar power project in Telangana. AGEL has a portfolio of 14.9 gigawatt of operating under construction and awarded projects, the highest in the country. So you can see it here. Headquarters is in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. MD and CEO is Vineet S. Jain. Telangana's capital is Hyderabad. CM is K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Governor is Tamilisai Soundarajan. On March 24th, the government will dilute 15% stake in the Rail Vikas Nigam Limited (RVNL) via an offer for sale to raise nearly rupees 750 crore offer for sale in RVNL. Government will divest 10% equity with a 5% green shoe option. So you can see it here. On March 19th, Trident and Arunachal Pradesh have signed an MOU for the implementation of the minimum support price for minus forest produce scheme and Vandhan Yojana in Arunachal Pradesh. Under this agreement, 100 Vandhan Vikas Kendra Yojanas are planned to set up in the state this year. So Trident and Arunachal Pradesh have signed an MOU for the implementation of MSP for MFP scheme and Vandhan Yojana. Trident works under Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Headquarter of Trident is in New Delhi. MD is Praveer Krishna. Arunachal Pradesh capital is Itanagar. CM is Pema Khandu. Governor is BD Mishra. On March 23, the Cabinet has approved a memorandum of cooperation signed between India and Japan. It aims at achieving water security, improved irrigation facility, and sustainability in water resources development. So India and Japan have signed a memorandum of cooperation in field of water and delta management for achieving water security. Japan's capital is Tokyo, currency is yen, PM is Yoshihide Suga. Here we will take a 5-minute break again and we will complete the 25 points left for the GK of March, mock drill 7th. So let's begin. On March 23, the Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved the signing of MOU between UPSC and Independent Administrative Reform and Civil Service Commission of Afghanistan to share experience on modern approach to public service recruitment. So UPSC and IAR CSC have signed an MOU to share experience in modern approach to public service recruitment. Headquarters of UPSC is in New Delhi. Chairman is Pradeep Kumar Josh. Afghanistan's capital is Kabul. Afghani's currency. President is Ashraf Ghani. The Consulate General of India in South Africa has partnered with Uttar Pradesh to boost tourism in India to post-COVID-19, highlighting the state's various religious sites and other attractions. A large number of descendants of first Indians have arrived in the South Africa from 1860 onwards and came from UP and Bihar. So Consulate General of India in South Africa and Uttar Pradesh are in a partnership to boost tourism to India post-COVID-19. Lucknow's capital for UP is Lucknow. CM is Yogi Adityanath. South Africa's capital is Cape Town. South African rand is the currency. President is Cyril Ramaphosa. On March 25th, Thermax, Babcock and Wilcox Energy Solutions Private Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of Thermax, have recently signed a know-how transfer and license agreement with Steinmuller Babcock Environment, Germany, for waste-to-energy technology. As a part of the agreement, TWVS will design, engineer and manufacture and sell municipal solid waste, fired waste to SBE. So you can see it. Headquarters of Thermax is in Pune, India. CEO of TBWAS in Praveen Karve. Indian author Jeet Thayil has authored a new book titled Names of the Women, coming out this year. The book talks about women whose roles were suppressed, reduced and erased in the Gospels. He is a renowned author best known for his book Narcopolis, which was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize 2012 and won the DSC Prize for South Asian Literature. Names of the Women, authored by Jeet Thayil. Jeet Thayil received the Man Booker Prize 2012 for his Narcopolis novel, DSC Prize for South Asian Literature. A new book titled Escaped, True Stories of Indian Fugitives in London is authored by Danish Khan and Ruhi Khan. The book is on some high-profile, well-known Indian extradition cases, attempting to decode why the UK is considered a safe haven for those wanting to escape the law in India. So Escaped, True Stories of Indian Fugitives in London is authored by Danish Khan and Ruhi Khan. Actor Sameer Soni will come out with his debut book later in 2021. My Experiments with Silence is slated to be published by Om Books International. It is authored by Sameer Soni. You can know him by, he's I think the second son in Bagban movie. Namit Arora has authored a book, Indians, A Brief History of Civilization. There are chapters on 6 places, Dholavira, Nagarjuna, Nalanda, Khajuraho, Hampi and Varanasi. There are 5 chapters on travelers, Megasthenes, Phaxian, Zunzhuang, Hijing, Al-Biruni, Marco Polo and Francois Bernier. So Indians, A Brief History of Civilization book, authored by Namit Arora. Vivek Wadhwa, Ismail Amla and Alex Sakelvar have co-authored a book titled From Incremental to Exponential, How Large Companies Can See the Future and Rethink Innovation. A wealth of checklists, tips and examples of business innovation is featured in this new book. Co-authors are Vivek Wadhwa, Ismail Amla and Alex Sakelvar. HarperCollins India is produced to announce the upcoming publication of journalist turned filmmaker Vinod Kapri's compelling book 123 km, A Long Journey Home, a true account of human grief, grit, gumption, which will release in May 21. So 1232 km is a long journey home book by Vinod Kapri. On March 23, AIADMK Rajya Sabha member and former Minister A. Mohammed Jan has died of heart attack at his residence in Ranipet. He was 72. He was elected chairman of Ranipet Municipality in 1996 and 2001. He was the chairman of Tamil Nadu Waqf Board. Was elected as the Rajya Sabha member in July 2019 from Tamil Nadu. So you can see it as a politician, passed away in AIADMK, Rajya Sabha member from Tamil Nadu. Capital is Chennai. CM is Thiru Edappadi K. Palaniswamy. Governor is Banwari Lal Purohit. On March 26, noted journalist and author Anil Dharkar passed away in Mumbai. He was 74. Founder and director of the Mumbai International Literary Festival held in November every year. He had been a columnist, writer, architect, member of the advisory committee of the Film Censor Board and more. On March 23, Adam Zagajewski, one of Poland's greatest poets, has passed away. He was 75. Jagiellonski's poem Try to Praise the Mutilated World was published in the New Yorker magazine and came to symbolize the world's sense of shock and loss after the September 11 attacks in the US. Poland's capital Warsaw, Polish zloty is the currency. President is Andrzej Sebastian Duda. Afghan Foreign Minister Mohammad Hanif Atmar has arrived in New Delhi for a 3-day visit on March 22. Atamar will hold talks with Indian counterpart S. Jaishankar, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, and other senior officials during the visit. Afghan's capital is Kabul. Afghani is the currency. President is Ashraf Ghani. On March 25th, Chief Justice of India F. Bobde has officially recommended the second most senior judge of the Supreme Court, Justice N.V. Ramana, as his successor. Ramana will take over from CJI Bobde, who is due to demit office on April 23, and serve as the 48th Justice of India till August 26, 2022. So you can see here, N.V. Ramana is now the successor. He is the 48th Chief Justice of India. The Ministry of Ayush has set up an interdisciplinary team of experts to explore the potential of yoga as a productivity enhancing tool for the population. Committee is headed by H.R. Nagendra. He is the Chancellor of Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anushdhan Sansthan. So Ayush Ministry is going to set up an interdisciplinary team of experts to explore potential of yoga. Committee chaired by H.R. Nagendra. Ministry of State for Ayush is Sripad Yeso Nayak. Constituency is North Goa. Coming to science and technology. The study led by researchers from city-based Agarkar Research Institute has discovered a new diatom species called Epithemia agarkari, named after S.P. Agarkar. It was found in Mula River, Pune, Maharashtra. Diatoms are single-celled algae. So ARI researchers have discovered the new diatom species Epithemia agarkari in Mula River, Pune, Maharashtra. Headquarters of ARI is in Pune, Maharashtra. Founder director Shankar Purushottam Agarkar, founded in the year 1946. Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray, Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari. Russia has successfully launched Soyuz 2.1 carrier rocket with 38 foreign satellites from 18 countries into orbit from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Among them was Challenge 1, the first satellite made completely in Tunisia. So Soyuz 2.1 is the carrier rocket. It was launched from Kazakhstan with 38 foreign satellites from 18 countries. Challenge 1 is the first indigenous satellite of Tunisia. Russia's capital is Moscow. Russian ruble is the currency. PM is Mikhail Mishustin. President is Vladimir Putin. Tunisia's capital is Tunis, currency is dinar, president is Kais Saied, PM is Hichem Mechichi. On March 23, the Indian Space Research Organization has recently demonstrated free space quantum communication over a distance of 300 meters for the first time. The demonstration included live video conferencing using quantum key distribution technology. You can see it here. The demonstration is done using quantum key distribution technology. Headquarters of ISRO is in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Director is Kailash Vidhu Sivan, formed in the year 1969. On March 23, IISc Bengaluru signed a research development pact with Applied Materials India Limited to explore application of advanced material. Applied Materials India has joined the industry affiliate program of the Center for Nanoscience and Engineering, IISc Bengaluru. You can see it here. On March 24th, Google and Microsoft have partnered to fix compatibility issues in their browsers. The cross-browser effort named Compact 21 aims to eliminate compatibility problems in 5 key focus areas such as CSS Flexbox, CSS Grid and others. So Google and Microsoft have partnered to fix compatibility issues in the browsers. Name of cross-browser effort is Compact 21. Headquarters of Google is in California, United States. CEO is Sundar Pichai, founded in the year 1998. Headquarters of Microsoft is in Washington, USA. CEO is Satya Nadella, founded in the year 1975. North Korea has fired 2 ballistic missiles into sea, the first such test reported since US President Joe Biden took office in January. North Korea's ballistic missiles are banned under the United Nations Security Council resolutions. It has fired 2 ballistic missiles into the sea. Capital for North Korea is Pyongyang. North Korea won is the currency. President is Kim Jong-un. On March 26, researchers from the NASA and University of Hyderabad have jointly discovered a novel species of bacteria from the International Space Station that could help in space agriculture to meet the long-term food nets of astronauts and space tourists to the moon of Mars. Methylobacterium ajmali has been found to bust stress that plants undergo in the zero gravity in space. So NASA plus UH have jointly discovered the Methylobacterium ajmali, a novel species of bacteria from the ISS. Headquarters of NASA is in Washington, D.C., USA. Administrator is Bill Nelson, founded in the year 1958. On March 26, Pakistan has successfully test-fired Shaheen 1A, a nuclear-capable surface-to-surface ballistic missile with a range of 900 kilometers. It was aimed at revalidating various design and technical parameters of the weapon system, including advanced navigation system. So Pakistan has successfully test-fired Shaheen 1A, a nuclear-capable surface-to-surface ballistic missile. Range of missile is 900 kilometers. Capital is Islamabad. Pakistani rupee is the currency. PM is Imran Khan. President is Arif Alvi. Coming to Ordinance Bills and Acts. On March 23, Lok Sabha has passed the National Capital Territory Bill 2021 to amend the Government of National Capital Territory Delhi Act 1991. Bill amends certain power and responsibilities of the Legislative Assembly and the Lieutenant Governor. So Lok Sabha has passed the National Capital Territory of Delhi Bill to amend the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Act 91. CM is Arvind Kejriwal, Governor is Anil Baijal, Chief Secretary is Vijay Dev. On March 22, Lok Sabha has passed the Marine Aids to Navigation Bill 21, which is proposed to replace the Lighthouse Act 1927. India has 195 lighthouses now. So you can see it here. Thank you for watching. I shall be back in 1.5 hours again. In 1 hour again for the March 8th. It is the 8th mock drill of March. Thank you very much.